Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the Browns this season, you know it's been a roller coaster. The team, after a promising start, has faced some serious challenges on offense, and that's putting it lightly. Cleveland, traditionally known for its gritty defense and resilient spirit, has been struggling to find consistent offensive production. And the latest move, which has everyone talking, is a quarterback change that could mark a turning point for the franchise. The Browns are expected to bench veteran Joe Flacco and start rookie Dillon Gabriel, beginning with this upcoming game in London against the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, you heard that right. The Browns are taking a bold step and giving the rookie his shot at NFL starter duty, making history in the process. Gabriel, a young quarterback with a rather impressive college resume, will be making his first NFL start outside the United States, which is quite a milestone in itself. It's a move that tells us a lot about where the Browns are at right now. They're not just experimenting, they're making a strategic decision based on performance, potential, and perhaps a bit of long-term planning. The question on everyone's mind is why now? And what does this say about the team's confidence in Flacco, who, despite his veteran status, has struggled mightily this season? Let's break it down. Joe Flacco, at this point, is statistically the worst quarterback in the NFL in a number of key categories. Out of 33 qualifying quarterbacks, he ranks last in passer rating, sitting at a dismal 60. 3. His completion rate is just 58.1%, and yards per attempt are a meager 5.1. To put that into context, these numbers are well below league averages, and they paint a clear picture of a quarterback who's having trouble moving the chains and generating offensive efficiency. Flacco also has 6 interceptions this season, the second most in the league, which further hampers the Browns' chances of winning games. That's not an ideal situation when you're trying to stay competitive in a tough AFC North. The Browns, after losing their last game 34-10 to the Lions, find themselves at a disappointing 1-3 record. That loss was a wake-up call for many fans and analysts alike. It exposed both the offensive struggles and some of the defensive vulnerabilities, though the focus now is on the offense, and more specifically, the quarterback position. Cleveland's offense hasn't scored more than 17 points in any game this season, which is a major red flag. In the NFL, if you're not putting up points, you're not winning games, plain and simple. And this is where Gabriel comes into play. The team is banking on the potential of the young quarterback, who, at just 24 years old, has a remarkable college background. Gabriel played 6 years in college across 3 different programs, UCF, Oklahoma, and Oregon, and made a significant impact at each stop. He finished 3rd in the Heisman Trophy voting in 2024, a testament to his talent and playmaking ability. At Oregon, he led the Ducks to the college football playoffs top seed, showcasing his ability to perform under pressure and in big games. His career totals are staggering: 189 touchdowns, combining passing, rushing, and receiving, the most in FBS history, which speaks volumes about his versatility and playmaking skills. Cleveland selected Gabriel in the 3rd round of the 2025 NFL Draft, 94th overall, with the clear intention of developing him as a future franchise quarterback. The Browns also drafted Colorado's Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, which indicates their focus on building a young, dynamic quarterback room. Currently, Gabriel is competing alongside veteran Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Tyler Huntley, and the injured Deshaun Watson, who remains on the reserve physically unable to perform list. This crowded room underscores the Browns' ongoing quest for stability at the position, but Gabriel's rise has been steep and promising. In the preseason, Gabriel showed flashes of his potential, completing 13 of 18 passes for 143 yards and an interception in Week 2 against the Eagles, then in Week 3 against the Rams. He connected on 12 of 19 for 129 yards and a touchdown. He's also seen action in regular season games, relieving Flacco during blowout losses, with a notable touchdown pass in Week 2 against the Ravens. His mobility, he's a left-handed quarterback with good, if not great, agility, will be vital behind a Browns offensive line that ranks 30th in pass-blocking grades. The offensive line's struggles are well known, and Gabriel's movement ability could help extend plays and create opportunities downfield. Now, the move to start Gabriel isn't just about this season. It's a clear indication that Cleveland is looking ahead, assessing what they have in this young quarterback. Remember, Gabriel was a high-profile recruit, and the Browns invested a significant pick in him. Making him the starter in London is a statement. They're giving him a long leash to prove himself, to show whether he can be the future of the franchise. What about Flacco? Well, the veteran quarterback's play this season has been underwhelming, and the team's decision to bench him reflects a broader strategy. Cleveland isn't just trying to salvage this season, they're also evaluating potential long-term solutions, especially considering that they still have their own first-round pick in 2026, as well as Jacksonville's pick, thanks to a trade that netted them Travis Hunter. That means the Browns could be in a position to draft or trade for an elite quarterback in the near future if Gabriel doesn't meet expectations. And let's not forget the other players in the quarterback room. Shedeur Sanders remains inactive most of the time, listed as an emergency third quarterback, but he's there in the wings, and his development is still a storyline to watch. Gabriel, being a lefty with mobility and a strong college pedigree, could be the perfect fit for Kevin Stefanski's offensive system, especially if the Browns lean into a more run-heavy game plan. The team has talented playmakers like Jerome Ford, David Njoku, and Harold Fannin Jr., who could benefit from a quick passing game designed around Gabriel's strengths. This season is undoubtedly a rebuilding year for Cleveland, no doubt about it. The team isn't in playoff contention right now, but that doesn't mean they're not building for the future. Making this quarterback change signals a willingness to develop talent, evaluate prospects, and possibly set the stage for a franchise quarterback that can lead them deep into the playoffs in the coming years. It's about laying the foundation, even if the results aren't immediate. Kevin Stefanski's decision to start Gabriel also hints at a broader shift in the team's approach. They're not just trying to win games this year at all costs, they're trying to find out what they truly have in their young players. This is a crucial year for player development, especially at the most important position on the field. Gabriel needs to get comfortable, learn quickly, and show that he can handle the NFL's speed and complexity. If he performs well, it could accelerate the Browns, rebuild, and give them a legitimate quarterback option sooner than expected. If not, they still have options, including trading for a veteran or even drafting a new signal caller in 2026. Now, what does this mean for the division? Well, the AFC North is notoriously competitive, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers always lurking. Cleveland's move to start Gabriel might shake things up, especially if he finds his rhythm early and helps the team put points on the board. The division's landscape could shift, with the Browns potentially becoming more unpredictable and dangerous if this transition pays off. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could define the franchise's future. The Browns have historically been a team that fights through adversity, and this move reflects their resilience and willingness to adapt. Looking ahead, the Browns will want to give Gabriel enough time to show what he can do. They've invested a third-round pick on him, and they made him Flacco's primary backup for a reason. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, is probably hoping that Gabriel can develop chemistry with players like Jerome Ford, David Njoku, and Harold Fannin Jr., creating a more dynamic and unpredictable offense. They'll also want to see how he handles the pressure of starting in a hostile environment, especially in London, where the atmosphere is different and the stakes are high. And let's be honest, this is a pivotal moment for Cleveland. It's a chance for them to redefine their identity, to show that they're serious about building a long-term contender rather than just patching things together for a quick fix. The move to start Gabriel could be the first step in a new chapter, one where the Browns finally find their franchise quarterback and start climbing back to the top of the AFC. It's a bold move, but in the NFL, boldness is often what separates winners from also-rans. So, as we watch what unfolds in London, keep an eye on Gabriel's performance. Will he rise to the occasion? Will he show enough to keep the starting job beyond this game, or will we see another adjustment down the line? Whatever happens, Browns fans should be excited. This is a moment of transition, a chance to see if the future is finally starting to come into focus. The team's faith in Gabriel signals that they believe he can handle the pressure and deliver, and that's a story worth following all season long. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.